quick check-in, conquer the weekend. Saturday and Sunday were flawless. I had great, uh, great days in terms of both my nutrition and my working out. On Saturday, I ran 2 miles in the morning, did a 90-minute, actually 95-minute session that I've recorded. I haven't put the video together yet, but I'll put it together the next day or two. Yesterday, ran 8.25 miles. Was actually planning to do a 30-minute workout, but my sister came to visit, and then it turned out to be my neighbor's birthday. Also, I went to the party, so the afternoon kind of got away from me. That workout is optional. On Friday, candid, I had my what do we do for lunch? Took my wife and my daughter to Copper Canyon. I had just a steak and spinach, and I had oatmeal in the afternoon for my first snack. Had already planned on going to the movies. I had 2 hot dogs and a small popcorn, so that was already kind of planned as like just an afternoon snack. I was originally planning to eat my Factor meals, but on Friday I picked my daughter up from something in the afternoon, and we were supposed to be done at 7, and I didn't leave until 8:30. I admit I got her something to eat on the way back at this place, Slim Chicken. I had 2 chicken sandwiches. It was like pretty much 9 o'clock by the time we were at Slim Chicken, and I was like, I'm not gonna go home and make some. And I mean, I have my Factor meals. That's the point of having them. But I did eat 2 chicken sandwiches. That was the only unplanned meal, and it just honestly was. I was starving. I didn't plan on eating that late. So that's the one indiscretion this weekend. I was already planning on going to the movies. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go crazy. Those hot dogs are like 400 calories each. It's all ultra processed between the bread and the meat and the popcorn, but I had a small popcorn. But I was like, I'll have a little snack. Caught the Star Wars movie, but the chicken sandwiches were unplanned. Other than that, was totally on my diet. Um, Very proud of what I did on over the weekend, but let's see what the results are. Okay, so big movement over the weekend. 271.8. I'm down 2.9 pounds. Body fat came down 0.4 of a percentage point, from 32.9 to 32.5. But I will always caveat that with I'm using a scale that I step on that's sending a weak electric signal to my body. It's making a lot of approximations. So honestly, unless that moves in big chunks, I use it directionally. But no, that's a great weekend. Down 2.9 pounds. I am definitely marching towards the goal of 270. That's a good weekend. So significant progress. I didn't expect that, and I thought I expected to have a terrible weekend, but yeah, losing 3 pounds in 2 days is never anything I would plan on. My goal for Conquer the Weekend is always flat to down, and I'm gonna give myself credit. I was at a barbecue yesterday, on my neighbor's birthday party. They had a huge spread. I was so tempted to eat something, and I didn't eat anything, so I'm gonna give myself credit. It just was huge buffet. There was cake, there was soda, there was steak, mac and cheese, which is one of my favorite foods on earth. I didn't have anything. Yesterday I went on an 8.25 mile run, and I came back and had one Factor meal, which was chicken, rice, and green beans. And that's all I ate yesterday. I had 3 bottles of water. I did have 2 Diet Pepsis, 2 Pepsi Zero Sugars, I should say. Call myself out on that. I do get tired of drinking water, and I don't know what it is. I've really developed a distaste for the seltzer I bought. I have a small drink fridge right there I've shown before, and the whole top shelf is full of pomegranate and citrus seltzer. I don't know why I just stopped drinking those. Maybe it's just the brand. I don't like them. I should get the polar ones. Actually, those are the polar ones. Yeah, I don't know. I usually can drink those. I can't drink them all day, every day, but I haven't had one in probably 5, 6 days. But overall, very good weekend. Like I said, I'm gonna continue to say this over and over. The low 270s, high 260s is what for the last 2.5 years have really topped out. I really am going to make a push to get some separation from this area. Um, and I'm not anywhere close to content. My goal is to lose another 52 pounds, just get under 220, but I'm not even thinking about that. That's a longer term goal that I'm hoping to accomplish by the end of this year. More than anything, I want to get out of the 260s. I've gotten it over and over and over and over again. I remember getting it Thanksgiving 2024, and I'm like, I did it. I'm on my way, and ballooned back up. I did it in August of last year, right before I went on a cruise, and by the end of the year, I was 304.7 pounds. Like, I'm not doing that again. I'm not. So, just keep making a push. Let's see where I come in at on Friday. I'm not setting a goal of coming in under 270 on Friday because this comes in chunks. I'm setting a goal of by the end of next week. But if I do it this Friday, great. You know what? Great. I'm staying on my diet. Um, you know, just continue to make progress. But this was a good weekend.